Targeted by both Ambazonia rebels and Cameroon's military, Angu Roland spent a month dodging both to get to Nigeria. He links up with a friend he met on social media, also accused by both sides in the conflict of working for the opposition.
They said I have to produce this guy. The military guys, they say I have to produce this guy. If not, I have to put myself into trouble. So I just decided, since if I run to the French region with the military, I will still be in trouble.
He arrived in Nigeria a few days ago and has yet to find a place in the refugee camp here. Separatists already 30,000 Cameroonian refugees here in Adagom, and more are still coming as fighting between Cameroonian government forces and Ambazonia rebels goes on. It's adding pressure on aid agencies, which are already short on supplies and funds. Chen Laban is watching his two children rehearse with other child refugees for a performance. He was among the first ones to cross into Nigeria after fleeing from possible execution, he says, at the hands of Cameroon soldiers. He is concerned that the global community has forgotten the conflict in Cameroon.
Killing is still going on, and you don't hear it in the major media outlets. It's not really a conversation at the global scene. I don't advise anybody to go back home for any reason.
Is that before this
Many here are glad to have escaped being killed.
Home is everywhere. Here is good. Home is good. If things are good, I might expand home.
The United Nations says integrating refugees and giving them skills is helping many to be self-reliant, but the organization lacks the capacity to deal with a large number of those in need.
I think we've been running on empty for some time, especially for communities that have long been forgotten and off the headlines.
They may have escaped the fighting, but that's not the kind of news the refugees here will want to hear. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Adagom, Nigeria.
That is Cameroon refugee in Nigerian. They are 30,000, but they are suffering. They are suffering, just 30,000, but they are suffering. It's not easy for them in Nigeria. And why it's like they are some are fighting to could turn back home. The home is not good. This is Cameroon one, 30,000, and they are crying. But the one thing that is shocking, one thing that is shocking me, I know the Ghana refugee. You can hear other African country refugee, but I've never heard Ghanaians refugee in Nigerians, in Cameroon, in social country, in Kenya. I never hear that. But you can always, I never hear that. Do you hear that? Whose country do you ever hear say they are Ghanaians refugee? They are there. I know here. But although, don't be surprised. Now, Nigeria is the most popular refugee in the whole African country, even in Cameroon. Imagine Cameroon have 30,000, they are complaining, but Nigerians have 70,000 refugees in Cameroon. Shock you? So Cameroon, you people don't need to be complaining. Listen, watch Nigeria on as for them.
2 years of unprecedented violence in northern Nigeria, terrorizing families, spreading fear throughout the region, causing a massive humanitarian crisis. Over 1 million people displaced. More than 100,000 have fled to Niger. As many as 74,000 have sought refuge in Cameroon. At least 18,000 to Chad. The greatest toll? The legacy of trauma they live with. 10-year-old Ibrahim's father was killed as he watched, then found him and carried him to safety. Ibrahim is recovering, even attending school, but his life will never be the same.
Sosai ma ya canja, abin da ya sha ya gani da idon shi, kuma a karshe shi din ne yana bani hakuri ma a karshe wahalan da ya sha. Shi da bakin shi ya faɗi cewa mama ki yi hakuri, ba abin da ya fi Allah.
Across the region, more support for refugees is desperately needed. In Minawa camp in Cameroon, more schools, new shelters, clean water. Near Lake Chad, for the thousands of Nigerian refugees there, more food and basic necessities. In Niger, one of the poorest countries in the world, assistance to bear the burden of tens of thousands newly arrived refugees. Countries of asylum, faced with their own threats, continue to offer refuge. The refugees doing what they can to help themselves, taking in children without parents.
Sa damuwa, ai ko yanzu bayan da za su yi ne, tunda dai ni yanzu ne suke gani da idonsu za su kwantar da zuciyarsu.
Opening their homes to those without, sharing what little they have. They need a future. They need your support.
Now you are seeing it. You've seen it yourself. As you can see, the number of Nigerian refugees in Niger, and the highest number was in Niger. The second was Cameroon. That means if you are in Cameroon and you are watching this video, you don't need to even talk, because you can imagine the number of Nigerian refugees in Cameroon, 70 thousand. And you only be just half. You only be half of it. And you are complaining. You don't even need. Now that will make you to understand that Nigerians not really caring about their citizens. You see that? Nigerians are not even care. Like they don't send their citizens. You can see clearing. They don't even care. Nigeria no care. You see, almost a millions of Nigerian refugees in some countries. They don't even they don't care. They don't send. They don't even think, oh, let me go bring my people. They don't care. They don't even value. Now only Ghana, in the whole African, now only Ghana with the country that is valuing their citizens. Who is Nigeria? Nigeria. As much as they say Nigeria is giants of Africa. Who give Nigeria giants of Africa? It's the only Ghana. Ghana, they are like America. You know, say I remember in those days where we watch war film. If you see they kill any American soldier, they no go leave that body down. That's so Ghana they. They don't joke with their citizens. Yes, they must bring their citizen back to their motherland, to their fatherland. Motherland, sorry. So for Cameroonian, please no complain. Because Nigeria no value for their citizens. How do you think they will think about you? See me in my next video. Bye bye. Don't forget, my name is Master Manager Nigeria News, okay? Enjoy your day. Bye bye.